Titus found a lobster. I found some sunglasses that maybe used to belong to. What's up everyone, how's it going? So today we are actually got to meet Guy right here. And what's pretty cool is that he's followed my channel for a while and I've chatted with him and in the comments, and it's really cool to get to meet you in real life. He's supported me on Patreon and supported me a lot over the years, so it's pretty cool to meet up in real life. So I'm just wondering how did you find my channel originally?
Well, you popped up on my feed is the main reason, and I think it's because I follow a lot of prepper channels, and so the video showed up one day and it said Kid Prepper, and I thought, well, this is pretty cool. There's a kid doing this too, and so I watched it, and then I realized it was kind of an older video, so I thought, well, what have you done recently? And so I looked up your more recent videos, and I thought, this is really neat. Vlogging about everyday life in Costa Rica, and seems like such a cool place, and so I subscribed, and from there I just kept enjoying your videos, and eventually started supporting you on Patreon, and here we are.
So you originally found my channel when I was Kid Prepper?
Yes.
So yeah, some of you who maybe found my channel recently, when I started, my channel was called Kid Prepper, and that was because at the time I was super into like prepping, and then later on I changed my channel to a Tuamoy because I do a variety of videos. So yeah, right on for like following me for so long. It's pretty awesome.
Now we're gonna hang out, have some lunch, chill in front of the beach.
So yeah,
no feet. See how fast you can go, no feet. Ding!
It's been a while since we've done a hike like this. We're going to be hiking up New River. Now what we are doing today, a little differently than other days, is we have packed some burritos for lunch. So we both are carrying 2 burritos, and then we're carrying ingredients like sauce and tomato that would normally make the tortilla all soggy. We'll put those into the burrito later. So that's the plan. Normally we carry just like a bunch of snacks, but we're gonna test out carrying like a proper meal, see how this works out. So we actually came down here onto the beach because it's a bit quicker to get to the river, and back here there's a lot of stuff washes up on the beach. Titus found a lobster. I found some sunglasses that maybe used to belong to Casey Neistat.
We use to heat up our tortillas. Put this next to the flame. A nice hot rock. All the calcium is creating a fish, scaly fish.
It's interesting the way, if there's sometimes if there's water running, it becomes really slippery because of the moss, but sometimes it becomes really grippy. Like this is super grippy. This is way grippier than it looks. Again? It's dead. rain pretty much has stopped now, but there's still a little bit of droplets falling. Well, we ended up following this road a little bit, but then we turned back so we could keep following the river. This is the first time that we're having burritos while out hiking. We actually, this is what we did. We made 2 burritos, but we only put the rice and beans inside of the burrito, because if we put the salsa and tomato and avocado, then it's gonna get all soggy. So now that we're out here and we're about to eat one, now we put some of the other ingredients to enjoy a burrito. How's it going?
Good. Good.
Making burritos out here on location. It's a little tricky because you realize how helpful having just like a table is when you're trying to like roll a burrito or something. But you know, you make it work. Those sound effects. Done with lunch and back onto continuing up the river. What are your thoughts on bringing a burrito and eating it out here?
I was actually way more successful than I thought. I thought it'd be a huge mess. We ended up spilling the burritos all over the river. It would take a pain to make it. But
It's not the best if you're trying to cover a bunch of distance, because you kind of have to stop and like if you're making the burrito right there.
Like that took a good 30 minutes.
Yeah. I don't think we'll always do that, because sometimes snacks are just easier, more convenient, because you can just pick a few up and pack them in your bag. You know, it's fun to try it out. Oh, that's so cool. I wish he grabs my hand. Alright, so we're back from the hike. That was very fun. Now, I want to go over what's inside of this box right here. This was a gift from Guy, who we met at the beginning of this video. He gave me this waterproof box with a few items, some items inside, and we're going to find out what's in here right now. What I do like is there is a rubber seal, so it is waterproof. And Guy, thank you a ton for this box. It is, not only the stuff inside is cool, but also I have some ideas of what I can use this box for to store stuff. So inside, there are some sunglasses. Gotta keep that high level of coolness. There's some GoPro mounts and aux cord, but this is an adapter to use certain microphones with a phone. There is a spork for out while you're camping or hiking. There is some coins in here, as well as there were some coins from the States that appeared. I'm going over this stuff quickly because I could go really in depth, but don't want to make this video too long. It's basically a magnifying glass, except it is as thin as a credit card. So as you can see, very nice, and it's quite interesting because it would fit in a wallet. This is a little towel, but it's one of those very compact ones, but it like you can wring it out, like wring out a lot of water. It's like a swim towel, very neat. There is a little survival book, I'm going to have to check through this. Looks like there's a lot of information here, and there is some hidden money right here. There is 100 yuan. I hope, I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but it's basically a Chinese currency, I believe, and this is worth about $14. And then there's a $20 bill, and then 5,000 colones. Very cool. And then a pen. So Guy, thank you a ton. I already can think of some uses for these different things, and I'm also very excited just to use this box because it comes with these different organizers. And today's positive quote is, "Successful people are simply those with successful habits." And what this quote means to me is, we'll just use a nice simple example. So sometimes, my hamstrings are I'm not very flexible, at least with my hamstrings. So like I cannot touch my toes. But sometimes when I see other people, they're just like super flexible. They're able to touch their toes and all this like crazy stuff. And I'm like, how on earth do you do that? Is it just naturally how you are, or do you stretch a lot? And the odds are they probably stretch more than I do. So if I were to stretch the same amount as them, then I would maybe be just as flexible. But because I'm not in the habit of stretching, and this goes for so many other things, if it's improving in a certain field or improving at a certain sport or something, a lot of the times people who, there is times where you're kind of just like naturally really good at it, but a lot of the times to get good at something, you tend to become better. And if you have not yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe for more future videos just like this one. Remember to keep always doing awesome stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.